In this tutorial, we will cover the top and bottom performance report. This report can be located by going to Advanced, then Trends, then from here you will select Top and/or Bottom Performers. This report can be used to, at the subclass variety level, see the top or bottom performers within broader categories. You can explore categories and products to understand if initiatives are achieving expectation, and you can also discover underperforming areas of the store and react accordingly. This report allows you to set a specific number of categories to evaluate this year versus last year performance down to the subclass variety level. Additionally, you have the ability to drill into the subclass varieties and see the brands and products that are driving or dragging the category. When you initially land on this report, you will have the option to select a store or group of stores. Keep in mind, the more stores you select may impact performance, as it will take longer for the report and larger amounts of data to load. For this training, we will leave the report on the store we had initially selected. Within the supply chain hierarchy, a series of options are able to be selected. To initiate the loading of data, under the Class Group section, you can select All or choose just a department. Selecting All will give you a view of the top defined subclass variety performers at the entire store level, where selecting a specific class group will drill you into more specific areas of the store. Take special note of the top X area. This is where you're able to set the number of subclass varieties you would like to see. The default is 10, but you can also set it to 20, 30, or 50. Really, whatever number you'd like. For this training, we will choose frozen foods. The filters are not sequential, in that you can skip a step at any time and jump to any category level you want. Let's first select the frozen desserts and sweets class level. Here we now have a view of the entire frozen desserts subclass varieties group in the frozen foods department. We are able to see that the frozen food snacks are seeing the greatest growth over last year in terms of sales during the selected time frame. The values represented in the graph is the difference between this year's sales and last year's sales. By default, date ranges are set to the previous completed week. You can adjust the dates at any time by using the date range filter. First, we will set the date ranges to capture the Thanksgiving week of the previous year. For this, you'll first want to pause the report while you make your selections. We can now see that the fruit pies were the best performing category during the selected time frame. You can expand this information at any time by selecting this plus button. When you first do this, you will see brands as the first driver in the category. Then, if you expand it one more time, you will then see the items that make up the subclass variety performance. The number of lines you are able to see is defined by the value that is in the top or bottom X filter. To see more items in your expanded list, you may have to enter a larger number in this box. In this instance, we entered 35, and now we're able to see all the pies that made up the performance of this category. The bottom performers report functions the exact same way. The only difference in the bottom performer report is that it will return the bottom performing subclass varieties when comparing this year versus last year's sales or units. One additional note on this: you can adjust your view of the data at any time to be either sales or units. Simply toggle this View By filter and select the desired option. And just to review, this report can be used to, at the subclass variety level, see top and bottom performers within broader categories. Explore categories and products to understand if initiatives are achieving expectation. And discover underperforming areas of the store so you can react accordingly. At any time, if you have questions about this report or any other reports, send an email to svinsights@supervalu.com.